Hello, hello. It is The Power of Five by John Maxwell. And I'm so excited to do this book together. I'm Darlene. I have been doing network marketing since I was 16 years old. And I started with New Skin. I was 16, and my parents' realtor, who sold them their house, was in New Skin, and I started using their foundation. I can remember her coming over one day to make a list with me of people that might want to be potential customers. And from there, I got married when I was 19, and very soon after, we joined my aunt in Amway. And we did that for about 3 years. And still to this day, I think that Amway has some of the best training systems for how to build a business. Then from there, let's see, I started Pampered Chef later in about 98 or so, 1998. And I did that for 3 years, and I made good money. It was really a great way for me to stock my kitchen with all the things, all the gadgets and tools and stoneware. Every month I was earning the bonus that you could get as a consultant in free products, basically. And I was earning cash. And at the end of that 3 years, I actually had a team member, and I wasn't even planning to build a team in that business. So I did that. And then when my youngest daughter was one, I decided it was time for me to stay home, and I did that for a while. And then when I had my son, then we joined Amway again under a totally different team. My brother in law was private pilot for a couple of crowns in Amway, which is, these were probably the biggest in the whole company. There wasn't very many crowns, and of the crowns, Jim and Nancy Dornan out of Atlanta were who we were under, and they were probably the biggest. And they actually, one time I heard that they were the biggest in direct sales because they were billionaires. So we were just really thankful for those years with them where we got to train, we got to learn, we got to see the power of a worldwide business, and just hear him talk about how they did that and what it was like and how they structured their business, meetings they held, retreats they held, things that they did to nurture a worldwide business with leaders from all over the world. And we got to know their leaders. And so that was a beautiful time, and I'm so, so thankful for it. And we stopped doing that in 2013. I had a cleaning business. I moved my parents from where they lived in Georgia to Athens. And and I had my son and my three daughters all homeschooling. I was helping direct a homeschool support group as well as homeschooling my own. And then we joined a co op that had classes on Friday to teach my older girls their subjects. And I was teaching my baby boy how to read, and I had a house cleaning business. I had started the house cleaning business to actually support my Amway business while it was getting profitable. We had added 40 people to that, and my husband just said, I really want to stop. And, and so we did. I disagreed, but we did. And so then Plexus came into the picture in 2016. I felt like a failure. I felt like we had tried all the network marketing companies that we wanted to. It had not worked for us, and that I was in debt. We were in debt from what we had invested. And so I was just kind of like very skeptical about network marketing and that it would work for us. I knew it worked for people. I knew it was a great way to create income for some people, but I was skeptical that we could make money at it. I had done well in Pampered Chef and definitely made money in that, but that was the best experience I had had. I'd also done a stint, if you will, with Young Living. I hadn't really pursued heavily growing it as a business, but a little bit. And so, yeah, I was familiar with a lot of compensation plans, a lot of leaders, different leaders who had success, and some leaders who didn't. And I would say, including ourselves. So, inner Plexus, I decided to buy the products. I wasn't going to do the business, but my mom wanted some, my sister in law, a couple of friends that I homeschooled with, and and I got my first check, and I was like, wow, this actually pays good money. And I did not have to go and do kitchen shows and be away from my family. It wasn't like I could do it from home. I could do it in the nooks and crannies in between homeschooling, taking care of my parents, cleaning houses. It was a great experience. And I had a friend who was like my neighbor, and she bought the products. It was helping her get over celiac, and she was interested in the business. And I was like, okay, this is going somewhere. This has momentum that's beyond me. And so I was excited and decided to share. I started posting. I started going to sip and sees with my upline, and it really grew. And so I've become a senior gold. That means I'm about almost halfway up in the ranks that the company offers. There's silver, there's really associate, and then silver, and then senior silver, gold, and senior gold. And I'm a senior gold. Then there's ruby, senior ruby, and then there's emerald, sapphire, and diamond. And so I have just come to really love Plexus because their compensation plan works. It's very generous to new people as well as seasoned people. And then the products work. And so it's just a winning combination. So that is my background that I'm coming to you with as we talk about The Power of Five by John Maxwell for network marketing. Now, John Maxwell means a lot to me as well because he was actually best friends and neighbor and co-author with Jim Dornan, Our Crown in Amway. And so I already knew John. I already knew he really knew what he was talking about. Knew him from him coming to speak on stages while we were doing Amway and growing our Amway business. And so once I met him in Plexus again, I just knew that I was in the right place. For me, it was confirmation that Plexus was also the right place. And so he says here, as you begin on page 3 of our book, he says the first time that he spoke to network marketing industry was in San Diego. And that night he was introduced, he walked on stage, and he immediately fell in love with the people who are part of this industry. They greeted him with a standing ovation. They leaned in as he spoke. They took notes of his talk, and they readily responded with laughter and applause throughout his teaching. As he enjoyed the stage time, he kept asking himself, who are these people? Why are they so excited about who they are and what they do? And these people were wonderfully different from most of his audiences. They had more passion, energy, joy, and desire. They seemed like people of purpose to him. And so he said when he was a teenager, his father taught him to exercise in decision making. He taught him an exercise. Take out a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write the word pro. On the right side, write the word con. He then told me, his father told him to list all the good reasons for making a decision on the pro side and all the bad reasons for making that decision on the con side. Then he asked him to evaluate both sides of the paper and determine if his decision would be a poor one or a beneficial one. And so, like any business, network marketing has a pro and a con side. Many times he's done this decision making exercise with this industry. His discovery, for most of its people, the pros of network marketing far outweigh the cons. And I would say that that's what I found to be true for myself as well. I've had small businesses a lot of my life, and been a contractor, had my just outright my own businesses, had my house cleaning business. I've been a contractor for the newspaper. Um, what else? I've babysat and had a babysitting business, where if you called me, if I couldn't do it, I had a network of other babysitters and I would help you find one and match you. Um, and so, and I'm also a private coach. And I would say because the company like Plexus handles so much for you. They handle a lot of the liability, the taxes, the insurance, the licenses, the returns, the shipping, the all the legal stuff, dealing with the FTC, having the lawyers, um, dealing with so many things that come up when you have your own business that we all we do is we send it on to Plexus and they deal with it. And if you're in a different network marketing company, same thing. Your company is handling so much for you. So, this is absolutely the best, I think. I love network marketing. Also, for me personally, I wanted to do network marketing because it is so in alignment with being a Christian. So many of the things that I wanted to be good at, network marketing helps me be good at that. Learning how to talk to people I don't know, caring about people I don't know, developing skills and systems and results. All of those are very similar in as you spread the gospel, as you're a missionary, as you're an evangelist, as you just simply take that go into all the world and teach all nations, the Great Commission in Matthew 20, the end of Matthew there, with the Great Commission. When you are developing as a network marketer, you're developing the same skills you need as a Christian. Matthew 28:19 and 20. That's what I was getting tongue tied about. So he said, let me pause for just a moment and address the term network marketing. After meeting with countless representatives from the industry through my ambassador program, I've learned that there are keen preferences on how the industry should be summarized. Some prefer the term direct marketing, and I would say Pampered Chef is more direct marketing. Scentsy, direct marketing. Avon, direct marketing. Because they have a product and they focus. Yes, they're building some teams, but they are a lot about the selling. And so, because each representative goes directly to the marketplace with their products, others prefer the term social marketing because of the emphasis on the individual as both the product specialist and the consumer. For those reasons, my friends have advised me to use the term network marketing. Okay, so the reason is because it highlights both aspects, taking the product to the market through the strength of an individual and also building teams. And so he loves this idea. He's adopted it for use throughout this book. He says, I'm skipping to the middle of page 4. I've met with these ambassadors for a long time now and even assembled an advisory council with 20 of the highest earners, influencers, and leaders from within the ambassador program to shape the material in this book. Their insights into what works, what's missing, and what needs to be encouraged have turned my passion for the industry into a roaring flame. I'm giving you my very best because they've asked me to add value to people like you. So he says, as he's a guide in this book, he looks at himself like a father figure. And his favorite leadership words are follow me. Together we will learn and grow. Finally, I am your friend. When I walk out on stage to speak, I sit down, look at the audience, and say, my name is John, and I am your friend. We remember this, right? From him coming to speak to us in Plexus. How can I say that when I don't know most of the people in the audience? Because even before I know you, I want the best for you. I believe you want the best for yourself. And it is my goal to help you get that best for your life. I love that. I want to highlight that or underline it. Oh, here's my highlighter. Have your highlighter handy because there's going to definitely be some parts that you want to underline in this book. And so much of it is, this book is like boiled down to like the best nuggets. He says, so with the help of my ambassadors and both as a father and a guide, I'd like to share with you some of my observations about network marketing. Number one, network marketing will enhance your income. The best way to control your destiny is to control your dollars because money gives you options. Or to put it into mathematical terms, lack of money equals lack of options. But when your outgo exceeds your income, your upkeep causes your downfall. I once had a friend say to me, I'm just one step from being rich. Now all I need is money. Perhaps you are just one step away from enhancing your income. That step could be network marketing. According to the Direct Selling Association, there were 18.6 million individuals in the industry in 2017, responsible for $34.9 billion in sales. The World Federation of Direct Selling Associations reported that there were 116 million people in the industry globally with an estimated sales volume of 189.6 billion. In short, there's a lot of potential for you. So he says about himself, my brother Larry taught me the value of having streams of income. He's a very successful businessman, and many years ago, he sat me down to talk about my financial future. He shared that every person needs at least three income streams, and one of those streams should be passive. Okay, and that income, an income that doesn't require your continual direct involvement to earn money. After Larry's lesson over the next few years, I intentionally developed three streams of income for my life. Today I have seven streams, of which four are passive. So, network marketing gives you a stream of income that can grow from small to large. The only limit is the amount of effort you're willing to put into your business. That's why, as I have traveled internationally, I've discovered that network marketing holds great appeal in developing nations. It gives everyone an opportunity to earn money. Recently, a friend shared with me that network marketing has created more millionaires than any other industry in the world. And I have to say, that's one of the reasons I was attracted to it when I was very young, right? 19, and going to meetings with Amway. And I can remember after I had my baby girl, my first baby girl, she was 3 weeks old, and we took her to convention with us. And she went to her very first convention, that little. And she's an entrepreneur today. All three, and I would say getting close to all four of my children are entrepreneurs. My son has recently started a lawn care business. He's doing it in partnership right now. It's not his own, he's partnering with someone who started it, but he's learning what it takes. He's learning the ropes of having your own business, bringing your own weed eater, your own mower, having your batteries charged because he's using an electric weed eater, like being responsible, showing up on time, not because you have a boss, but because you have a customer who's waiting for you to arrive and do something that you promised. And so I just really love that about network marketing and how it's an environment that has been passed down to my children, and they don't they don't have this mindset that they're powerless, that they have to wait to be hired, that they could be fired at any moment and they're going to be left stranded. No, they understand the power of working for yourself, being willing to go out there and put yourself out there in the market and offer something that people want and are willing to pay for. And also, having in their case, how to become an LLC or become licensed or become insured, um, how to negotiate, the value that all of my children realize they have high value and they deserve to be paid well. um, I think they've outperformed me even in that area so far. So I think this is so good. The legacy you're leaving when you join network marketing is not just the leaving them a willable business. Make sure the network marketing company you're part of is willable. What you're creating is able to go in your will and be passed down to your children, the income it continues to generate. But you're also passing down, when you raise them up in this environment, you are passing down that DNA of being an entrepreneur and the freedom and the independence and the security that comes from that. Now, of course, we taught our children your ultimate foundation and security is in God, not in money, because we read the scriptures and know money can come and go. But the fact when you're an entrepreneur that you don't have to wait to be hired, you can go out and offer a service that people will pay you for today. So I love that. And it is so, so amazing to see a company like Amway or Plexus that's worldwide. Amway was in 88 countries around the world. And to see the hunger for entrepreneurship and how just the tears of joy people would cry when they made their first check in another country. To be an entrepreneur is a dream come true in and of itself. And to offer that, uh, that is part of what drew me to Plexus, is I knew we hadn't spread to all the countries we will be in, and the potential of that is totally worth being here. So that's what number one ends with. That recently a friend shared with me that network marketing has created more millionaires than any other industry in the world. I would definitely call that enhancing income. Number two, provide you options for your life. Allow me to introduce you to one of my favorite words, options. I suffer from life claustrophobia. I don't like feeling confined by restrictions that life or people try to place around me. Often we don't recognize the restrictive situations we place ourselves in until we move ourselves into unrestrictive environments. My theme song is Don't Fence Me In. Freedom of choice is important to me. The word freedom is actually much bigger than power. Power is about what you can control, freedom is about what you can unleash. I am not power hungry, I'm potential hungry. And freedom is the highest love based emotion. It's higher than love, it's higher than passion, it's higher than elation. Freedom is the highest love based emotion. So I love that about network marketing and entrepreneurship as well, that this is offering you freedom, freedom of time, freedom of unlimited income, freedom to be around the people you want to be around. So much freedom. Number three, start you on a level playing field. Life is filled with unlevel playing fields. Not everyone has the same opportunity to succeed. The On page 7, the playing field in many areas of life are not level for me or for you. As a result, there are three types of people we all encounter. One, those who are never going to get ready. Time won't help them get started. They don't want to start. Two, those who are getting ready to get ready. They need more time to get ready, sometimes because they need more education or they just need more preparation. Three, those who are ready. They want to start now. We have to choose which of those three types we want to be. Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, often said that the first key to success is being in the right place at the right time. Don't be rash. When you get an opportunity, take it. Value the opportunities that God gives you. And I think this really applies to us um, in network marketing. When if you get a message that's working, send it. Don't wait, don't procrastinate, don't go slow. Send it, send it, send it, because the market's always changing. Things are going to happen. That is a moment in time. You're in the right place at the right time with the right marketing, with people who want what you have, want that message as an offer. They When people are saying, yes, send me more information, when people are buying, when that's leading to a sale and a close, that is a blessing. Do not be rash. Do not be like Esau, who squandered his blessing. Really value it. Stop and thank God for it, and then get busy. Really make the most of that. If you have a desire to better yourself and the people you love, then you have a clear field for success in front of you right now. Number four, let you learn while you earn. They allow you to earn while you earn. So, that is one of the beauties of network marketing. You can hop in, you don't have to wait till you know it all. Just take what your upline gives you. If they give you a message to send, if they give you a post to post, that is the opportunity to learn while you earn. And number five, increase your influence. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. To increase your influence with others, you need to add value to them. When you add value, you begin to make a positive difference in their lives. Network marketing gives you many ways to add value to others and increase your influence with them. Today, with all the social media avenues, many people are wanting to impress others. You are born for a higher purpose than that. You have the opportunity to influence others. Let me share with you the difference. Impressing you is all about me. I seek to change how you think about me by focusing on me. Influence is about you. I seek to change how you think about yourself by focusing on you. People who seek to impress want fans. People who seek to influence want friends. Impressing others makes a difference only for you. Influencing others makes a difference for them. The question is not, can you make a difference? The question is, what kind of a difference will you make? Network marketing will help you make a positive difference in more people than you can ever imagine. That is a worthy life pursuit for all of us. Number six, make you a better person. This is what I was already talking about, right? When I was considering how this was the same skills to make me be a wonderful Christian, doing the same kind of things. Let's see what John says. Why do I say that? Because network marketing is an environment that embraces good values. When good values are learned and lived, the value of the person increases and their value to others begins to rise. In other words, good values make better people. The members of my ambassador program encourage me to compile a list of benefits people accrue when they value the right things. Because they know the industry better than anyone, I ask for their input. I'm going to read just a few. I'm going to skip some, so make sure you get a copy of this book, and this is on page 9 and 10. Attitude. Number one, what this is when people value, this is when you're going to grow, and this is going to make you a better person. Number one, attitude. They will think and feel positively about themselves and their future. So, this is making you a better person because you think and feel positively about yourself and your future when you're in network marketing. Influence. You will know you are their brother and sister's keeper and add value to them. I take it with a grain of salt. You're not responsible for that person in all the ways. It's not a heavy burden, but just think you care. You care. Are these products working for them? Are they getting results? What can I do to help them? Do we need to change something? Do I need to help them get the guarantee? What can I do? So, in that sense, you are. Responsibility. They will own their mistakes and be appreciated and trusted. So you will own your mistakes, be appreciated and trusted. You learn to say, I'm sorry, what can I do to make this right? I'm sorry, what can I do to help you get better results? Integrity. They will do things for the right reasons and set the standard for good character. Understanding. They will connect with others and truly appreciate and value them. Listening, they will create a positive environment with the same intensity they want to be heard and follow up with questions for clarification. You're going to become a great listener. Boundaries, you will know what is expected of you and for them and feel secure. So, definitely, especially as you rise as a leader, even if you have just customers, if even if you don't build a team, or if you're listening to this and your company is affiliate only and there isn't team building, still you're going to learn to set boundaries with your customers and or your team members. And then intentionality, they will prioritize their actions to ensure greater success. Goals, they will build their self-esteem by pursuing and achieving their dreams. Growth, you will become more valuable to others as you develop yourself. So sometimes I read this in the third person and sometimes I changed it to first person. All of this is applying to you, but as you share the business, you can think in that third person how it applies to them. So these are the values of the network marketing industry. It's their culture. It's who they are. Immerse yourself into this culture and you will become a better person, but you will also live a better life. I guarantee it. And I agree. I agree with John. And seven, and this is the last one we're covering today, add value to those around you. This is another thing that you're going to be doing as you embrace network marketing. Let's revisit our life changing statement. When good values are learned and lived, the value of the person increases and their value to others begins to rise. I love that. When you become a better person, it helps the people around you to become better. Better people make better people. Better people make people better, is another way to say it. In my book, Put Your Dream to the Test, I encourage the reader to ask themselves the significance question: does my dream benefit others? There's an old Middle Eastern blessing that says, when you were born, you cried. the world rejoiced. May you live your life so that when you die, the world will cry and you will rejoice. Whether or not that blessing comes true in our lives depends in large part on how we answer the significance question. The ability to answer yes to the significance question, does my dream benefit others, has come in stages for John. That might be the same for you. Consider how it has unfolded in John's life, represented by these three statements. I want to do something significant for myself. Because it is impossible to help others if you haven't taken care of yourself, I believe the accomplishment of a significant dream comes only when a person has something to offer. This means having a place where you can learn, work, and serve. Network marketing provides that for you. Number two, I want to do something significant for others. Which are you? There are two kinds of people on earth today, just two kinds of people, no more, I say. Not the good and the bad, for it's well understood that the good are half bad and the bad are half good. No, the two kinds of people on earth, I mean, are the people who lift and the people who lean. Ella Wheeler Wilcox. Wilcox's poem is a beautiful reminder that we are either a plus or a minus in the lives of others. The difference? People that lean are selfish and are always asking, who is going to add value to me? People who lift are asking, who can I add value to? Network marketing will help you become intentional in adding value to others. And number three of number seven, I want to do something significant with others. So these are the three statements. Consider how it has unfolded in John's life, represented in these three statements. The third statement, I want to do something significant with others. Retired television news anchor Tom Brokaw observed, it's easy to make a buck. It's a lot tougher to make a difference. One reason is that making a real difference requires collaboration. In my book, 17 Qualities of a Team Player, I write, working together precedes winning together. When you work together with your teammates, you can do remarkable things. Do you agree? I agree. If you work alone, you leave a lot of victories on the table. Don't we talk about this a lot? On my team, we talk about getting in the V, that the geese who migrate every year could not make it if they tried to go alone. Flying like 10,000 miles, they would get too tired, they would get hurt, they would just not make it. But in that V, they can switch positions. So the bird at the front can switch to the middle and take a rest, active rest. The bird at the back is getting a lot of taking a lot of the brutality of the trip. That bird can switch positions and take an active rest. And so they switch positions and it takes the pressure off and the momentum that comes from the draft of being in that V together. They're working off of not just their own energy, but all of them's energy together. This happens on a team. And so I want to do something significant with others. I love this. When you work with your teammates, you can do remarkable things. Network marketing encourages you to dive into the dream pool. There, you will find others who have a similar dream to your own. That encouraging environment will enhance your dream journey. So, we ended at page 12. Number 8 is where we'll pick up next time. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a copy of the book, The Power of Five for Network Marketing by John Maxwell.